Hey guys, Eric with Verus Engineering, and today we're installing our OEM upgraded wing mounts, which allow the factory 992 GT3 rear wing to increase the angle of attack. These units are made out of 6061 T6 aluminum, and they are machined in-house on our 5-axis CNC mills. They bolt on like factory, and they once again increase the angle of attack from the factory rear wing, which improves the amount of downforce that the factory rear wing can produce. Shout out to BJ Nichols from Reese Nichols for allowing us to install these units on his car today. Let's get to the install. As far as what you need for the install for the OEM rear wing mounts, we've got T30 Torx, an extension to get it a little bit away from the mount, and then a 1/4-inch drive ratchet, and a panel popper. That is all you need. All right, so the first thing we're going to do for the rear wing mount upgrade, so we're basically going to be replacing this piece right here with our machined aluminum unit. So basically the first thing we're going to do is we're going to loosen these bolts and fully remove them so that we can get the wing off the car. Generally speaking, the wing will not fall because Porsche has some kind of like a feature where it kind of captivates it, but I'd still be wary, obviously be careful, and don't just like let it slam down. Let's slowly remove them, and it's not bad to have a second pair of hands. Let's get that done. And for reference, later on, let's see if it'll focus. The shoulder bolt is the rear one, and then the non-shouldered bolt, like so, is the front. And like I said, the wing does hold itself up. We're basically gonna pull the upright out, and then the wing will drop. All right, so when I got the wing off the car, I put it on some nice foam packaging. If you don't have foam packaging, maybe you could use some carpeting, a carpet roll. I've used that in the past, or maybe a blanket. But basically just try and protect the unit from getting scratched. At this point, we're basically going to pop those black covers off on the bottom side of the wing, and they are basically just Velcroed on right now. So we're gonna use a plastic scraper or a plastic panel popper and get that guy to come right off. Actually, this one doesn't have, the one we did development on had Velcro. This one doesn't have Velcro. I don't know what that means. There you go. All right, so with those covers off, we see the two Torx bolt again, and we're going to basically pop off that top bracket, and that's what we're replacing. So we're basically just gonna remove these. And then the OEM mount basically just comes right off. Maybe this is where the Velcro is. Let's flip it over. I think this might be where the Velcro is. All right, so that's where the Velcro is, right there on this piece. And here we can see potentially the large difference in ours and the factory unit. So basically, this just increases the angle of attack that your factory rear wing can do on car. So we're basically gonna install this one real quick. To pop this off of the wing, I reinstalled this bolt in the center one, or the more vertical unit, and then I slightly tapped it with a mallet so that it broke the Velcro seal, whatever you want to call that, the Velcro thing. So then, because I could not get a plastic panel popper in here and get that to release, so I used the bolt and a mallet to get that off. So basically we're gonna install ours, factory hardware. It fits just like that, and then we can install it on car. All right, so what I was talking about on the other side, I'll do it on this side. So I've got my little, whoa, where are we at? There we go. what I was basically removing those bolts with. I'm just gonna go like this, and I'm just gonna give it a few taps. And then it basically, the Velcro is released, and then I can remove the bolt completely and remove and install our mount. We do not reuse the Velcro, so do not worry about the Velcro. So during reinstall, you're gonna torque the bolts to about 6 foot-pounds. Use of Loctite is not a bad idea. We are not, because we're actually returning the car to stock, but a little bit of a dab of Loctite would make sure that these bolts never come loose. I believe the factory used a little something, but basically 6 foot-pounds isn't a ton. These are all going into aluminum, so don't go crazy. Just like that, we're going to reinstall the cover, and it's got, so when removing, make sure that you do it from the back, not the front. This is a lip that goes down inside, and then this clips on like so. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. All right, so reinstall is the exact same way as removing. Once again, keep in mind the shoulder bolts go on the rear and the non-shoulder bolts go on the front. Max angle of attack is gonna be with the bolt at the top, and then as you go up in the front, that reduces angle of attack. Again, we CFD'd the factory airfoil, and it is still making more downforce even at the max angle of attack. So feel free to run that if you feel like you need that rear bias. Otherwise, start trimming it out and maybe reducing your lap times that way. Yeah, so I'm just gonna button this up real quick, and then we're gonna go take some pictures, but otherwise, install is basically done. All right, guys, that concludes the install of our upgraded rear wing mounts. Again, these do increase angle of attack, they increase rear downforce, and they're a great addition to our Ventus 1 kit. If you're looking for more performance, I'd look into our Ventus 2 kits, which basically replaces the rear wing and adds a front splitter. Until next time, Eric out.